Okay, so in this last video, we're going to talk about linear inequalities. You're going to see that I've already done this. Reason being, I was interrupted in the middle of this video, so I had to pause it. So I'm starting over, but I'll explain this. You graph these the exact same way that you would do a line, but the only thing you got to remember is it solid or dotted? I've already written that down. It's dotted. The reason is because there's no equal to. Okay, so that means a point on this dotted line is not going to be a solution. Okay, so I went ahead and graphed it. Go down to -3, up 1, right 4. Dotted line through there. And then the last question afterwards was, is 0, 0 a solution? So 0, 0 is the point right here. Is that in the shaded region? It is not. You could have easily figured that out another way too. Put 0, 0 in for x and y. 1/4 of 0 is 0. 0 minus 3 is -3. Is 0 less than -3? No, it is not. It's a false statement, so it's not a solution. Okay? I know I went through that pretty quickly. Moving on to number 29, though. We'll do it again several times in this video. This one's not in slope-intercept form. I need to do that before I can graph it. Before I do anything, though, I see that this is going to be a solid line, so I'm going to go ahead and write that down. Now I'm going to move things around. So I have -3y is less than or equal to -6x plus 9. I'm going to divide by -3. Remember that when we divide by a negative with inequalities, it flips the sign. Sign flipped. Negative divided by negative is positive 2x. 9 divided by -3 is -3. We'll go down to 3, up 2, right 1. I'm just going to do multiple of those to make my line nice and straight. Okay? And now, I'm not looking at this sign, I'm looking at the ending sign. Greater than, I'm going to shade above that line, so that's going to be everything to this side of the line. Okay? And it says it's -5, -2, a solution. -5, -2 is right here. It's in the shaded region, so yes, it is a solution. Okay. Last page of the review. Okay. One more of a single inequality, and this one's a little bit of a weird one. I wanted to show you this one because you might see one like this. X is less than or equal to -3. Remember, x equals is a, by the way, that's a solid line. X equals is a vertical line through -3. So -3 on the x-axis and solid line through -3. Now, it says shade below, but I can't really shade below that line. That doesn't really make any sense. Less than -3. What numbers are less than -3? Well, anything to the left is going to be less than. So I'm shading to the left on this one. Okay. Is -3,5 a solution? So -3,5 is actually on the line. Is on the line a solution to this problem? In this case, yes, it is. If that were not equal to, then it would be no. Okay? If that were not equal to, then it would be dotted. A point on a dotted line is not a solution. Okay, the next three, we're moving to systems of linear inequalities. So now we're going to graph two things. So I'm going to pull out a different color for this. So I'm going to do the first one in black, and the first one's going to be dotted. Second one's going to be solid. I'm going to write that down right away so I don't forget to do it. I'm going to go ahead and do the first one. 2/3 x minus 1. So minus 1, up 2, right 3, up 2, right 3. Get going really fast. You're going to go right through there and draw a line. But remember, it's got to be dotted. Don't forget to do that. And then I'm going to shade above. So I'm going to go lightly above. Now I'm going to switch over to a different color, red. This one's also in slope-intercept form, so it's ready to go. I'm going to go up to 6, down 5, right 1. Down 5, right 1. And this one's a solid line, so I can draw a solid line through here. And I'm going to shade above on this one as well. Now, this one's very steep, so it's kind of hard to tell what's above. Put your pen or pencil or whatever you're using up on the line, and then just go straight up from there. Whatever region you come to is the region you shade. So now what I'm going to do is I see that the overlap is in this region. So I'm going to shade that region darker to make it very clear what region I'm saying I'll find my solutions. Okay? So is negative 2, 6 a solution? By the way, I should have continued. That's also above the second line. It's just red here. It's just black here. Red and black together. That's the region I want. Is negative 2, 6 a solution? Negative 2, 6 is only in the black. It's not in the red. Therefore, it is not a solution. Okay. 32. First one is not in standard form. Or sorry, not in slope-intercept form. I need it to be. It's going to be solid, though. Second one's going to be dotted. Got to move this around, so I'm going to subtract 2x. So 4y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 12. Divide by 4. I get y is less than or equal to negative 1/2 x plus 3. We'll go ahead and graph that. 3, down 1, right 2. And this one was a solid line. And I'm shading below that one. So I'm going to shade lightly below. Now I'm going to switch to red. Y is greater than negative 1/2 x minus 3. So I'm going to go down to 3. Down 1, right 2. And you should notice that slope is very similar to the first one. And yes, these lines are parallel. But this one's a dotted line. Now you might think, well, parallel lines, that means no solutions. Well, let's shade this one just to make sure. Above. Now this one was separated into 3 regions. There is an overlap of black and red. So I'm going to shade that darker. There actually are solutions to this problem. Is 3-1 a solution? That's in that region, so yes it is. Okay. Last one. Well, last one of graphing and then one more question. Y is less than or equal to 4. That's a horizontal line. This one up here, number 30, was a vertical line. Horizontal line, and it's solid. This one's going to be dotted. So horizontal line through 4 on the y-axis. And I'm shading below that. So everything below. And now I'm going to switch to red. X plus 2, so 2 is my y-intercept. Slope is 1, so up 1, right 1. Up 1, right 1. And it's dotted. And I'm shading below that one. So the overlap of black and red is all of this. Make sure you don't go above that horizontal line, though. Is 2, 4 a solution? So 2, 4 is on both of those lines. It's actually where they intersect. It is a solution to the first one since it's solid, but it's not a solution to the second one since it's dotted. So it is actually not a solution. Okay? Hopefully that made sense. Last one, Jan graphed the inequality. 4x minus 2y is greater than 2 as shown below. Explain Jan's mistake if she made any. So I'm going to first thing get this by itself. Get y by itself. It is supposed to be dotted, so she's good there. So I have negative 2y is greater than negative 4x plus 2. Divide by negative 2. What that does is it flips the sign. Right? Positive 2x minus 1. Looks like she graphed it right. Down to 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. It's dotted, but she should have shaded below. So her mistake was she shaded the wrong side of the line. Okay. And joke, there's more on the back. Sorry. Keep going. Write the linear inequalities shown by the graph. Okay? So I've got a solid line, so I know it's going to be either less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. And now I just got to find the slope and the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is 2. And the slope is down 2, right 3. So that's a nice point. So the slope is negative 2 over 3. So now I just need to do y. I'm going to leave the sign alone. Negative 2/3 x plus 2. Now I'm shading below that line, so it's going to be that symbol right there. Okay. 36 through 40, we're going to use this situation here. Okay, so suppose you work at a local radio station. You are in charge of a $180 budget to get new tapes and CDs. You find that you can buy a new tape for $5 and a new CD for $12. Write an inequality describing this situation. So a new tape would be 5T, so it's $5 per tape. T is the number of tapes, plus 12C, and you have a budget of 180, which means you can spend less than or equal to $180. You can't go over 180. Suppose your boss wants you to get as many items as possible. Which items should you buy, and how many can you get and still be within your budget? It should be your budget. Okay? You want to get as many items as possible, so you want to go with the cheapest item. If you can get the cheaper one, you're going to get more of them. The cheaper item is the tapes. So we want to get all tapes, which means no CDs. So I want to put 0 in for C. And how many can I get then? 180 divided by 5, I can get 36. So which item are we going to get? We're going to get tapes. And how many of them can we get? We can get less than or equal to 36 of them. Okay? Suppose your boss changes his mind and wants you to get a variety. He wants some CDs and some tapes. Give 2 combinations you could choose and still be within your budget. And you've got lots of options here. It really, there's a lot of answers you could give. Okay? Let's just pick a random one. Let's say 6 and 10. Let's see if that works. To see if it works, I'm going to put 6 in for T and 10 in for C. So 5 times 6 plus 12 times 10. Is that less than or equal to 180? 30 plus 120. That would give me 150. I'd be within my budget, so that would be a combination I could do. Could actually get a few more of either one. So let's go, well, I'll just do that, 6, 10. So 6 tapes, 10 CDs. Let's see if the other side would work. Let's go higher. Let's say 10 and 12. Could I do 10 and 12? So 5 times 10 plus 12 times 12, is that less than or equal to 180? So that would be 50 plus 144. That's 194. That would not work. That would be a bad choice. Let's take off 1 CD. That would only take off 10 bucks. 12 bucks, it would not be enough. So let's say 9 and 11. Just to make sure, let's check it. 5 times 9 plus 12 times 11. That would be 45 plus 132, which would be 177, which is within our budget. We're good to go. You decided to buy 11 CDs and 10 tapes. Is your boss happy with you, or yes or not? Yes or no, and why? So 11 CDs, that goes in for Y, 10 tapes. So 5 times 10 plus 12 times 11. See what we spend. 50 plus 132 is 182. He would not be happy since we went over budget. By $2. Okay. How many CDs could you buy if you bought 16 tapes? How much would be left in your budget if you bought this combination? Okay, so let's first answer the first question. 16 tapes. So 16 goes in for T. So 5 times 16 is 80. Subtract 80 is 100. Divided by 12, you get C is less than or equal to 8.3 repeating. Okay, so the number of CDs you could get would be 8. You can't go higher than that because then you'd be above your budget. How much money would be left? Well, let's figure out first with that combination. So the combination is 8 and 16. Okay? Or sorry, no, backwards. 16 and 8. See how much money we spent and how much money we'd have left. So 5 times 16 plus 12 times 8. What does that equal? That's 80 plus 96. I would have spent $176. I would have $4 left in my budget. Okay. And now that is the end of the video. Hopefully this helps. Good luck on the test.